So let's go ahead and take a look at the changes to the exterior lighting section in the 2010 Oregon Energy Efficiency Specialty Code. We know that we have to have lighting controls for the exterior lighting. That's true whether or not we have luminaires that will be designed for dusk to dawn operation or that will be shut off at some point during the night. We can accomplish the requirement for controls with a combination of photosensors or time switches, particularly astronomical time switch devices. An astronomical time device takes into account the changing of the seasons, daylight savings time, etc., so it knows when morning comes and when the sun falls. Section 505.6.1 mandates that no incandescent or mercury vapor lighting shall be used for exterior building lighting. The keynote here is the insertion of the word building. That's really not an issue when we talk about mercury vapor because new mercury vapor luminaires have been banned for sale in North America since January 1, 2008. It does now clarify a point with regards to incandescent luminaires. Incandescent lighting can be used now for things like landscape lighting, sign lighting, or in fixtures that are 150 watts or less on motion sensors. Perhaps one of the biggest changes to the exterior portion of the code revolves around the inclusion of exterior lighting zones. These zones are modeled after ASHRAE IES 90.1. There's 4 zone types, with Zone 1 being the middle of the forest type, national park, state parks, very rural areas. Zone 4 can be thought of as a dense urban environment. Zone 2 is primarily residential, light industrial, mixed-use areas. Zone 3 is the new default zone for commercial lighting projects. It's defined as all other areas. Most commercial projects will fall into Zone 3. If Zone 4 is to be utilized, this must be defined by the local land use planning authority and not the designer. Exterior lighting power allowances then are calculated by zone type. You are given a base site allowance, and then you are given lighting power densities for specific portions of the site. Uncovered parking, building grounds, building entrances, canopies, exits are all under a category of what we call tradable surfaces. You calculate, for example, in Zone 3, parking areas and drives would be at 0.10 watts per square foot. So you would sum all the various areas of the site, add that to your base allowance, and that would be the maximum exterior lighting power allowance for the project. There are some exemptions, special signage, advertising signage, theatrical production lighting, all would fall into the list of exemptions. There's also a category called non-tradable surfaces. Those are basically use it or lose it. So that pretty much gives you a brief summary of the changes in the exterior lighting section of the new Energy Code.